million%. There is nothing short of technology issues. So we're going to attempt this number 3, I guess. Number 3 attempt. Now that I'm live, I'm going to go put out and share that I'm live again without the right live that I set up because it crashed and it did something weird and I have no answers. So we're going to get started right away. Thank you. Give me a moment. Okay, what is it showing here? I'm not showing anything. There we go. Okay, can you post this for me, please? That link is in my Sage. Just posted and been like, tech glitches. This is where I'm live. And if you could text it to my mom, too, because I don't know if she'll be able to find me. So, anyways, I got lost on the internet.
Facebook?
No, you have to text her by texting her. You can. I don't think it's gonna work on the. I want to post it on Facebook.
Yes, I'm just clarifying. My phone's dead.
Okay. Yay! Yay! Days are going great. This is a fantastic day, and this is starting off wonderfully. Wonderfully. Welcome. My name is Julianne Duffy. I will apologize again for being half an hour, 40 minutes past when I planned to go live. I apologize. I am not only having tech issues that I went live on my posting that I set up, it decided to, because we have weird tech glitches all of this week and going forward, I'm going to put it up to this weird tech glitch that randomly it started playing another video while I'm recording the video, which is not even supposed to be possible on my phone, but that is what has happened. I slept through I didn't think I needed an alarm, but obviously I'm still adjusting to this time change. And I feel like this is a massive struggle now. But let's get through this and get this done so we can continue on with what this week looks like and go with that this week is going to be better, right? Because I'm going to say it's already. I have a tendency in my charts for energies to kind of hit me before they hit the majority of people. And so this week, let's do the week overview. So what I was doing yesterday when I was doing research about it is we're in Pisces lunar eclipse aftershock plus Uranus retrograde in Gemini. So it's really, we're at this part of release, surrender, and unexpected perspective shifts. So as we come into this week, like September 7th, right now, we are looking at eclipse exact. So there's lots of high emotions, endings, revelations, lots of interesting heavy energy. Then we get to midweek, like September 9th to 11th, and the moon is in Aries, and that's where we start to act, and our shadow can be impatient. So I've already had this. I've definitely had it in the last few days where I was super impatient about even time itself, time and divine time. I've been doing research, so all of this is based on charts. I'll bring it back a moment. The charts are a mixture of Western, Vedic, it'll use human design, it'll use it numerology. We're using astrocartology, all of those things to get a better idea of people and the collective energy. And specifically for a person, you can get a better reading. So when I was reading for myself, the impatience came is like I'm being told timing to when things are going to shift. And I don't like this timing. In my mind, this living layer, this time is too slow, and I feel this time go faster. I feel like I've already been stuck in this time too long. So that's just an interesting thing that when we come up midweek, you're going to feel impatience with something, with whatever the shadow is, whatever it is, and having some impatience energy. Then we get to the end of the week, and we're in moon in Taurus, and it's going to be grounding. It's going to be like finishing a grounding part back to integrating what we stirred up during earlier in the week. So we really have this, again, this beautiful flow of energy. So high emotions, high endings are happening as we come into the week. Midweek, pushing to act. We're going to have some impatience, some shadows. Some of that energy is going to come up that is going to stir whatever's been bothering us. And by the end of the week, we're going to be grounding and integrating what we've brought up through this time. So I find it very appropriate because that's very much what my last few days have been, is feeling this energy before it's even really hit. So it's an interesting thing when I can already see, and I was like doing my review notes of what this week was going to look like. And I'm going, I already went through this energy. I've already felt this energy and I can definitely align with it. And I was asking, why does it feel like I've already gone through this energy? It's because some of us, depending on our alignments, there'll be times where the energy, the collective energy might hit us before the rest of the wave hits the majority of people. So that was just, I guess, an interesting perspective in my life, was seeing that I'm already feeling that and integrating the shadow work from the things that were being brought up that were annoying, my impatience, my shadow, right? But as we continue, let's pull for the overweek, because I've kind of done the overweek energy here. So we're shifting endings and beginnings. It's echoing back to back. And there is going to be some, like I mentioned, it's going to be a push to act, some shadow in the impatience. But we're also going to have a power of some truth breaking through this illusion as well. And expect power surges mixed with fog and clarity. That's what we're going to definitely see, because we're going to have Pluto eclipses mixed with our Neptune. So it's going to give us a little bit of fog and then some clarity as well. And that's really what we're seeing for the energy of the week. But let's pull out. We'll pull today from the fairies, the Oracle of Fairies. I love these ones. These are really great. I love them, especially for nature, and I find that they're really a wonderful card for grounding. So let's pull what the overall energy is for the week here. Pure intention. Oh, I love this. Pure intention. That is our energy card for the week. And so the Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So I feel like that's the energy behind it. So even if we're going through this wave per se, where we're going to have high emotions at the beginning of this week, we're seeing endings, we're coming to some realization, some truth, some things are being shown to us. Then we're going to push to act. The shadow is of being impatient is going to come up midweek, but we're going to integrate it. If we do this with that pure heart, with that openness, with that clarity of what we really want and for the best intention, it's going to flow much easier. And that is really the message, is that if we're coming with a pure heart, that it's not always easy. Sometimes this stuff is difficult, and it's difficult to be all happy positive. Like today I slept in, woo, totally didn't think I'd sleep in this long, didn't think I was still that tired, and then can't get the tech to work, and then then the live stream double loops over and I have to start a whole new live stream. And not to mention, I didn't even tell you guys, my fridge stopped working in our trailer when we first got here last night, and our vent started leaking. So I woke up to my phone buzzing, my mom asking where I am for my live, and being leaked on. So life is just not always flowing as easy as we want, and can get really impatient. So it's that pure intention. What's behind it? Am I going to show up? I'm going to show up. I show up over half an hour late. I'm going to still show up because I committed to it, because I committed to be here, right? So it's a great option. Yes, my husband got logged into the computer. He wouldn't share it. Thank you, Lois. So I'm glad you found me, because I didn't know if I'd be found after the last stream. Went live with the link, and then it just decided to crash and not work, because that's the energy, right? So if you're feeling any of that, if you're feeling like there's chaos, you're peaking to the impatience extreme, you're right in alignment. That is all the energy of what is behind this week. It's not a detrimental week. It's just going to push us that there's a lot of endings, a lot of things that we're going to have to let go of. And the message, pure of heart, being flexible and adaptable to what is happening, going with that good intention, because, life is here to throw us bumps. That is part of us learning and adjusting, right? But let's go into each day. Let's dive through this list. So we'll start with today's energy as we're going through. So for September 7th, we've got Venus trine Saturn. So what this does, it is our collective relationships, commitments, feel stabilizing. So it's a good day to go out for grounding conversations, also good for planning your finances, investments, and long-term structure. What it did for, so I've kind of got it pulling, because of course we all have this alignment in different areas. Boys, we're gonna wrestle now. My dogs are gonna start wrestling because that of course seems like a perfect energy, right? So as examples, in my own charts, I have Venus in Leo trining Saturn in my 7th house. So how that affects me is steady partnership, steadiness, support from allies. Whereas with my husband, he's got it in his 10th house. So it's his work reputation, boost from steady income, influences, stuff like that will be activated. So depending on where your Venus and your Saturn are activated is going to amplify in your area. So again, it's today's energy is relationships, commitment, feeling stabilized, having those grounding important conversations. So maybe it is financial, investments, long-term structure, where you want to see yourself going or where your plans are going to go. This would be a great day for that. Grounding commitments, very highly supported, and money and partnerships. So that is really the overall energy for today. So let's pull another message. Just pull some extra guidance here. It says we're stabilizing, having these grounding communications, conversations, re-looking at things. Because again, we're looking at the endings and beginnings. This might come up a little bit with both those personal and financial ends, right? So what is our guided message? I'm going to say this is quite appropriate. We've got ask for help. Ask for help. So we've got angels and celestial beings who protect everyone, and fairies now say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. So this specifically for today, if you're needing some guidance, some help, you're feeling a little out of whack. So if you're lucky enough to have all this fun stuff happen, like us, leaking, fridge, not sleeping through timers, issues with tech, and you're feeling overwhelmed, it is a great day to ask for help. The angels, your guides, all of those beautiful divine energies are there to assist us. They're always waiting. That's also that reminder. They're always right behind us, giving us, little nudges. And if you need that help, it is a perfect day to set some intention. Just, take a moment, breath work, ground, pray, whatever it is, and send out that you need a little bit of guidance. They're there. They're saying, ask for help. We're right here. All you need to do is ask. So that's beautiful. So that is your message for today, for Sunday, the 7th of September. Let's continue. Let's go into Monday. So to Monday, the September 8th, Mercury opposite Neptune. So we have overall for all of us there's some foggy thinking. Illusions in the news is possible. There is tech mix-ups. There's some mix-ups of tech. And best to fact check before acting. It's good for dreaming, creativity, and meditation. So tomorrow's energy is a little bit of that foggy tech. We're already seeing tech mix-ups. We're feeling tech. I know my daughter's feeling it. I'm feeling it. So you might already be feeling it, but it's going to it may feel amplified yet tomorrow. So do take cautions. I've got some sessions booked tomorrow, so I am going to be very cautious that I'm making sure I'm set up early in time to make sure all of the tech gremlins are worked out as much as possible, right? Because we still might have tech issues, right? So that would be what tomorrow overlap holds. It's also good really for dreams and creativity. So if there's something you're being inspired, because we're still through that time where we're ending old things and we're starting new beginnings. So this is a great time too to keep putting out that energy of what you would like to create and move forward with. That would be a very, very highly supported tomorrow. So for example, like with myself, the Mercury in Virgo hits my 4th and 10th axis. So for me, this really highlights family, career, clarity issues. So issues in my own life that might need more clarity around my professional versus my role in my home. For my husband, confusion in routines or tech can happen. He's in tech as well, so that just seems right on par, right on branding for him. And that there's intuition upgrade. So we're going through this upgrading time as well, so it's going to activate some of that for him. For each of us, again, depending on where your charts are, this is going to activate something more specific. Now, as I mentioned that, I want to come back to how I'm using these charts. So as a reminder, this is a system I'm developing, which is a mixture of your Vedic Western astrocartology, which is where you're located. We'll do human design and numerology, and get a really good reading on and answer questions and get clarity for things that you might want some clarity on. If this is something you'd like your own personal reading for versus the collective, you can go to my website, breathewithinyoga.com. At the top, chart. Okay, boys. I'm now having them wrestle by my feet because that seems appropriate. You can go to the top. You'll see chart plus oracle, soul map. Soul map will take you to one of these readings. You get an hour. You can ask whatever questions you want. We can dive as deep into things and get clarity or cover every topic you want. You get a full hour with the system and what you want to know. So feel free to check that out, breathewithinyoga.com. I would have it in my description. It will be updated into my description because I had to start a whole new live. So it's good. Check out the website. I also have some new classes if that's of interest. Let's jump to Wednesday. Wednesday is the 9th of September. We've got the energy and the transition of the Sun trine Pluto. So for the collective energy, it is a power day for transformation. So this is a Wednesday, middle of the day, very much like that energy, integration, maybe some impatience, right? So you might be feeling this as we go through this transformative day. You might be feeling some impatience around this time as well. So endings that empower, truth surfacing, and systematic upgrades. So for example, my husband is getting an intuitive upgrade the day before. So this energy is kind of touching him the day before going into the Wednesday. This could be the same for you. Maybe it's Wednesday going into Thursday, right? But this is going to help you clarify